Hey, look, we got a spike.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes, Merry Chrysler. Come on, Tom, let's go and start off the show because it is Christmas and this movie sucks.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Dudes Watch a Movie video cast podcast that fight every single time we do this opening scene. I am Dead Sprocket, joined by going left this time.
Going left. Wow, switching it up.
I know.
Amazing. I am the Legend of Lance.
Oh, no, just Lance
now.
anymore. You
See,
got
now
the,
you gotta change
get
that.
the fancy.
I'm gonna make you
name.
do that every
That
week.
means do I have to edit
I'm gonna do
that
a
now?
new name
Do I have
every
to change
week.
our little,
I think
our
it's just gonna be
thirds?
Lance period every time.
Also,
Can you put a "the" in front of it just so
The-
everyone knows
the
I'm
The
the
Lance.
Lance?
Do you want it to be the or the?
Oh, I'll go switch every week.
Every week?
I'll be the
well,
Lance and
that's-
then the Lance.
That's not gonna happen.
No.
Because I will forget.
yes.
One week it'll
Yeah.
be one, and it'll be that forever.
I just have to remind you at the end cards that you always forget to post up.
Yep.
And this is Notorious G.I.N.G. I got you.
Got you, boo.
I doxed you.
Doxed.
Anyway, so yes, no, welcome. And we
On the 26th day of December,
am watching A Christmas Story.
uploaded on the first day of January.
Yes, timelines make sense. Unlike this film, we'll get into that in a second. Filmed in 1938, rated PG, episode 37. Our podcast. I'm just reading the title. That's why it's probably a little confusing. I'll go ahead and give you that tagline. It is peace, harmony, comfort, and joy. Maybe next year.
Do you just make these up, or
The taglines?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, man.
They actually put that
Yes.
as a movie quote, or
Yep,
as
that is
a
the tagline.
I think I'm gonna start making my own taglines.
You should.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be better because so far they've not made any
They've
fucking
been
sense.
Trash.
A Christmas Story, 1983. Where the fuck are we?
Where and when timeline, sir, madame. To get into this, I'll give you the plot real quick. A film that took 10 years to concept. This isn't the plot. This
Shouldn't it
is
just
my
be?
intro into the
First of all,
plot.
shouldn't it just be "Oh fudge"? Like, wouldn't that be the
tagline?
tagline?
That would be perfect if the movie
Or you'll
was
shoot your eye out, or something like that.
That one too. If the movie was
I like
an
the
actual
Tin Man.
movie, yeah.
Sorry,
I
go
like
ahead.
the Tin Man. I wasn't an actor at all. I was just a kid they found at the mall. I've been missing for 40 years.
Okay, now it's getting sad.
We're gonna have an episode of Earl, no, Mullet, Dave Spade, Joe Dirt. Got it.
Not familiar with that word.
You made it. You made it. Thunder and lightning.
The Rundown. Okay, I know what we're talking about. I know what we're talking about.
Anyway, a film that took 10 years to concept with the success of Bob Clark's teen sex comedy Porky's, made in
Raunchy
1981.
80s sex comedy.
Okay.
Which is
Teen sex.
quite a jump between Christmas classic
really is.
and sex raunch comedy.
Well, the dude had to sell basically a porno to get the funding to make a wholesome Christmas story.
It's the Christmas way, really.
Just let that sink in, though. Without Porky's Christmas story would never have existed. That being said, in the 1940s, a young boy named Ralphie attempts to convince his parents, his teacher, and Santa that a Red Ryder BB gun really is the perfect Christmas gift. And that's the plot.
Yeah.
Indeed.
There's not a whole lot of plot to it, honestly. I never realized, not paying attention previously, that it's just kind of a random connection of scenes.
It's a movie.
I guess.
Okay, so did you watch it growing up?
Yes.
Like
I was
religiously?
about 3 times. No.
3 times.
3 times or
What about
so.
you? Religiously or only 3 times?
Somewhere in between.
In between? Okay.
I've seen it a lot.
So in my family, we had this tradition where one of us would watch a movie over and over and over and over and over again until one of my siblings would have to hide the movie or threaten to destroy it. Those movies were like Belle and Sebastian or Goonies, Gremlins. Christmas Story was one we always watched.
And then you had
And then of course, it's always on TV.
it's like you had the inescapable
Yeah.
channels that had it
Yeah.
running.
I think
all
that's
day.
what it's most known for at this
Oh, yeah.
point, is being the 24. Either that or It's a Wonderful Life
Yeah.
is playing 24 hours on at least 5 separate stations.
Yeah.
Which I wonder if they're like the cheapest movie rights.
Probably. You just scoop them up. Well, that's what A Wonderful Life was. It didn't do well as a Christmas movie, but then once they got the rights to it, they just start shoving it down your throats, and then they won. Similar to how this movie, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that for sure.
But I never knew. I remember it being much more cohesive.
Yeah, I didn't.
I hate to say
didn't-
that every
yeah.
week, but
This
and
is
then
very
now-
disjointed.
Yeah. Now I learned that it's just a bunch of vignettes based on the narrator's life.
Yeah.
Future Ralph's life. So
And did it say anywhere in your trivia brought to you by IMDb about it being autobiographical, or is it like he's embellishing things, or is it supposed to be?
It's based on a series of stories, I think, if I remember right.
But like, are they?
based around his family, but I'm sure it's not like true to life.
Spot on stuff.
It's. I think the core issue that I have with it is it's kind of like someone telling you about their dream, and I just don't give a fuck. Like, it's not interesting because I'm not the one that had the dream. It wasn't my childhood. I don't give a fuck about
Soulless
this.
ginger.
I don't know what racism has to do with
It's
it.
not racism. It's about the wholesomeness.
You hear that? Hear that? Just the
went
sound of someone
right-
struggling to dig himself out of a grave.
Yes, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd defend a movie if I knew well enough about it to defend such films. Because I, on the other hand, watching it, like, it is what it was. It is and always will be a nostalgia film. And so that's kind of like, I feel like it has the ability to kind of put you in a relatable scenario that you may have been, I guess, as an adult even watching it. And then as a child, some of that continues.
There was like one relatable moment in this entire movie.
For you, probably.
Yeah, when he's got too many things in his outlet. That's about it.
I don't mean like currently relatable, obviously, because it's too out of its time. But for like in the 90s, granted it came out in the 80s, it stood pretty firm in the 90s, I feel like, for that relatable kind of feeling. Am I crazy here? Like,
Am I eating crazy pills?
I can't be the only one.
No, nothing. They don't like that was nothing like my family Christmas. First of all, they don't even have any family. Like, it's just them. Like, they don't well, I mean, that's true. But I mean, they don't have like an outside cast of family that come over, or they don't go to someone else's. They mention them and they get a gift from their aunt, but they're like, I don't know. Every Christmas it's like, all right, we got a house full of people.
Is
Or
this
I'm at a
really a
house full of
Christmas movie? I mean, does it really qualify? I mean, sure, Christmas is an overall theme.
I mean,
I'm
not
not
as
doing
much
it.
as
I'm not
Die
starting
Hard,
it.
but
Damn it. I wanted to avoid it. You're going to say that.
He wants to avoid the inevitable.
I mean, there's no gunplay. There's no real gunplay. He shoots
Is
once.
Die Hard a Christmas film?
I think we settled that last time, if I'm being
I mean,
honest.
if we start, it's going to be the entire episode.
It will be.
It will be.
And I would actually prefer to compare this to a different Christmas classic that I also don't really care that much for because nostalgia has worn off.
Don't you dare.
Gremlins.
Who would win in a fight? Ralphie Parker? Is his last name Parker?
Yes.
Sure. Or Kevin McAllister.
Fuck you, dude.
Who wins in a fight?
Fuck you.
McAllister? Like, easy.
I don't know. You see how he handled the
Easy.
bully, though?
Yeah, how much damage? Okay, I love that scene, but he didn't really do any damage.
He busted his lip open.
Fucking
Kevin McAllister
Kevin
snaps
took
fucking
out
necks
two
and throws down
adults.
goddamn tool chest at
I don't
people.
think he snapped anybody's neck.
Did you not watch the Vsauce video about Home Alone where that paint can was smashed into your face and then like the gravity of it would have broke your
So
vertebra?
the problem I have with that
Vertebrae?
scenario is that that means that he had time to plan out and set all this up. I don't think he would be able to
Did you not
do
see
that.
his master plan? He had.
Guys,
He's smarter
guys.
than you think. He likes electronics.
Have you heard the theory that Kevin McAllister is actually Jigsaw?
Yes.
I
He
have
grows up
not.
to be Jigsaw.
I have
That's why he's
not,
so
but-
good at
So
it.
good at traps.
This is where he
That
gets
is clever.
his love of killing people.
Have you heard the theory that the kid in this movie grows up to be the Zodiac?
No.
It's because I just made it up.
I mean, like, maybe. Unreliable narrators. You can't trust them.
There are some similarities between them, though. So, like, both have a BB gun involved. You know what I'm saying? They got that. Kevin's got one. He sticks it through.
Oh, I thought you meant the Zodiac Killer.
Oh, no.
Like, I'm sure he used more than just a BB gun.
There's Furnace plays a big role in both movies. You know what I'm saying? And they're both little Hitler youth.
Yeah, I got
See,
nothing.
you're bringing race into it now.
Hitler is not race. Hitler is a person. If anything, you could say it was nationalism.
Authoritarianism. It's with
Yeah.
Zulu asterisk.
Anyway, hey, box office beats about this film. It had a budget of $3 million, $3,300,000 estimated, and almost made that back opening weekend. They made $2,072,000.
How much? How much was the budget? Budget?
$3,300,000.
So yeah, you know this. Jack Nicholson was going to be the dad in the movie, but that would have literally doubled their budget.
Would have probably been worth it, honestly. At least it would have been interesting at that point.
At this point, it would have just been
80.
if it would have been that movie Jack did before he was that weird movie he did for some reason. Was he big
Jack Nicholson
at that time?
Oh yeah. At
I
that
don't know
point, he would
times.
have done. I think he. Now I can't remember if he's an easy writer or not, but he would have definitely done The Shining at that point. He would have done, I believe, what's the Miss Ratchet? What is that? One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, maybe? That might have been like the year before.
I dropped out of that movie. It was too boring.
How dare you?
1969 Easy Writer.
Yeah. I think he's just a bit part in that, honestly, though. I think he just
So
shows
yeah, he
up.
would have been a big name. That probably would have.
The Shining
ruined
alone
it.
would have probably been enough.
That probably wouldn't be a Christmas classic if he was in it.
It probably would have been more terrifying, honestly. Can you imagine just him
Is
doing
that
The
what you
Shining
said?
stare? Yeah.
That's what I thought you said. Terrible, terrible Nicholson.
This is not bad.
Not my Arnold.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Put
What
the
if-
cookie down
What
now.
if it was Jack Nicholson as the dad and Arnold as the kid?
As the narrator.
Oh,
Oh my God!
fuck
yes.
the narrator.
There it was, the Red Ryder BB gun. All right, Black Bart. Now you get yours.
This movie was just about over the top enough for that to take place, honestly. Like
It's
it
like you said, it was
It's-
seen through the eyes of a 9-year-old.
No, through the eyes of an adult remembering what his childhood was.
and that I think is the big issue I take. It's like
What's real, what's imagined.
the narrator himself never has grown out of his own like childlike mind or nostalgia. Because I mean,
You still laugh at the word fart.
first of all, not nostalgia. That'll always be funny. But second, I'm not misremembering things and purposely lying about them. Like, if I was trying to think about a Christmas memory, I wouldn't be like, and then the box was a fucking size of a casket, and then there was a thing in the inside, and then just like, no.
And I touched that thing. And I
Yeah.
liked that thing. Got
He
this
did
weird-
like the thing.
Got this weird feeling.
Mom cut me
Nether.
off right before I got to the butt.
Yeah, we said this while watching it. We should have been counting. I was counting how many times like a cuss word happened or a swear. I'm like, I got to 6.
No.
So that's not
Felt like
terrible.
more,
but yeah, but it's a Christmas kids movie. Name one Christmas movie, real Christmas movie, that they actually swear in.
Shoot, that's a tough one. That
I feel
is
like
tough.
they say a swear word in Home Alone, but I could be wrong.
But it's not like maybe one.
Ooh,
Son of a bitch.
Black Christmas. The one, or what about Santa's sleigh? Or what
I said
about
a real Christmas
Santa's
movie.
in it?
Children's
Is that the one with
Christmas.
Goldberg where he kills people as Santa?
I think so. And there's an amazing scene in that where somebody buys the main character.
We're off topic.
I
already.
think it's a BB gun or something, because it's always a fucking BB gun, and he's just like, "Are you retarded?" Verbatim, that's his response to getting a gift. Are you retarded? I was like, wow. There's a bunch of famous people in the very beginning scene of that movie, and they all director cashed in some favors to get him in there, and Goldberg kills them all within about 5 minutes.
Of course.
And that's our wrestling connection.
Yeah,
One per episode.
I had a point.
Derailed.
Wow.
I just jackhammered you right over the edge.
Yeah, you speared me right through it.
Yeah.
Come
Come on, Tom, give us one.
Okay, I got here. What are
That's
your
not a
thoughts
wrestling
on what
move.
exactly made this film so popular
Mule
at the
kick.
time?
You had mule kick right there. You
I
didn't
know.
use it.
Didn't even. Yeah, just.
That's his other signature. You did over the top rope.
Yeah. I think this movie's popular because it's a Christmas movie. That's all it takes for people to like a movie sometimes, is it literally has to just be Christmas, and they'll be like, okay, it's okay, it just makes me feel happy inside. This reminds me of when I was in my childhood and I was droopy dog.
Oh, bother.
Oh. Literally all it takes. I've seen so many garbage Christmas movies and people are like, it's a classic, and then they're like got the little pickle like the classic, you know what I'm saying?
Are you familiar with the Hallmark Channel? That is their entire programming.
I think this
Forever.
movie is what inspired the Hallmark
I
Channel.
was trying to be wholesome movies for those stay-at-home moms.
What stay-at-home mom grew up dreaming about getting a Red Ryder rifle?
I would say the movie's popular because of forced nostalgia.
Yeah, I'm 100% with
Like,
you. I think
it's
it's a
not-
marketing campaign.
It's not a great movie. I mean, I enjoy it because I've seen it 1,000 fucking times.
Makes
I
sense.
probably quote it
You've
verbatim.
got Stockholm syndrome about this movie.
Yeah. Yeah,
It feels comfortable.
but you grew up with it, so you kind of forgive it.
Makes sense.
I think that's the only reason this movie can be on 24 hours a day, because you don't have to actually pay attention to any of it because you've seen it enough to know where you're at.
Yeah,
That's true.
Like even the first time I watched this today, because I watched it earlier, and then you fuckers didn't watch it again. I wasn't even really watching it. I was just listening and playing fucking video games or whatever. Because I've seen it 1,000 fucking times. I know it verbatim.
Makes sense. That's probably the difference then for me, because I was actually paying attention because it's been
1 week since you looked at me.
3-4 years since I've actually seen the
Insides and
movie.
angry.
So
5 days since you left.
every time it was like on
Copyright
TV, I
claim
always,
coming our way.
good call. But no, for real though, like I'd only ever seen it every so often, and usually when I did, it was in bits and parts. It was never like from beginning to end, so I never got to watch the entire film. And then on occasions, like when it would be on, I'd actually try and set aside time to watch it, because I was like, I don't watch this all that often.
It's also a movie that really doesn't have to be watched in order either.
Yeah, there's
Like,
a lot of things.
The first
that,
10 minutes and the last 10 minutes are the only ones that have to be where they're at. Most of the other scenes can be interchanged anywhere you want them to be.
There's a lot of scenes that, like, I swear that happened before. That happened before this, or this was here.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dogs, I didn't realize that's at the end of the movie.
Yeah, no, I thought it was towards the beginning
Yeah.
when he was having all his struggles and strife, which he basically has throughout the entire movie.
Did you guys ever watch the sequels?
No,
No.
a little bit.
I may have watched My Summer Story way more than I watched the Christmas one.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it any good? Probably not, but I could be wrong.
I'm sure it's hot garbage. I remember just
Glorious
liking it because we had it on VHS. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a sequel to Christmas Story, whatever. None of the same actors, but
Not even the same writer.
It's the same reason why I
No.
never watched like Home Alone 3 and beyond, because it's not the
Yeah.
same film. I mean,
But it's very much the same film, oddly enough.
it doesn't have the same feel. But yeah, you're right. You're right.
it's not a Christmas movie. Doesn't count.
Oh boy.
Look, I'm just saying that a lot of people like really bad movies just because they're in Christmas, and the only good Christmas movies are the National Lampoons and obviously Jingle All the Way because it was the perfect movie.
Obviously. Turbo Man.
And Scrooge, like, let's be real, Scrooge is great too.
No, you can say that with anyone's taste in movies. Like, I know a buddy, he legitimately likes the Ginger Dead Man or the Evil Bong series.
Like,
Really?
not even ironically, like,
Yeah, like, he likes them.
thinks they're genius.
Maybe. He's also a little touched in the head.
Never heard of these.
They're really bad movies.
They like the spoof.
It'd be like someone saying, yeah, I love The Room. The
like, for
Wiseau
real?
movie.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
no.
I wouldn't be that person's friend if
There's
I'm
no
being
accounting for
honest.
taste, right? It's
good quality, poor taste.
it's like the Die Hard.
Awful taste, great execution. There it is.
It's like the Die Hard thing. You're allowed to like it. If that's your Christmas movie, cool. That's your thing.
I'd rather watch it than this, if I'm being honest. 24-hour marathon of that, count me in.
Yeah,
I'm kind of glad we didn't, because everyone and their fucking mother is gonna do Die Hard, or has already done Die Hard.
And they're not going to do this one.
Yeah, probably not.
Where we really flipped the
untapped
script.
market.
Where we really flipped that script was no one's going to do a Christmas episode after Christmas.
There you go. There you go.
The New Year's Eve episode about Christmas.
Hey, that's
Capture
on
that
you
market.
for scheduling.
Well, it didn't have to be a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I suggested in the last video, so we kind of locked it in.
Yeah.
You could just pull it out from under them.
When do we follow the rules?
He tried to be stale.
So what's the connection to Deadpool? To Daredevil? What's the connection to Daredevil?
Yeah, Tom.
It was Christmas, so we watched a Christmas movie. And Daredevil was not on Christmas, so we didn't watch a Christmas movie.
Well, you see, we did the devil last time. Now you're doing the positive side.
I feel like you guys are missing the most obvious one.
Probably.
What happens when he is fantasizing after eating the
he's
soap
blind.
and he's got his walking stick?
Oh.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
You saved it.
Just cut that in. Just cut that whole
Cut
bit
the
out.
rest part out.
Yeah.
So what was the? It's when he's blind.
Where that
It's like a hard
silence was
cut.
there.
Audio hiccup.
This is
audio's
the
lost
moment he
forever,
realized
sorry.
he had fucked up. Okay, no, so I do have
Where
other
the fuck
talking
were
points
we?
here. Actually, despite all the historically inaccurate occurrences in the film, do you think it in the least bit made the film any less iconic? And I say iconic as in
No,
like,
it's
that-
super iconic. Yeah, that even like before we watched it, I could think of almost every scene in that movie. Like you were saying, like
It's ingrained.
yeah, it's Americana.
We're
It's woven into our fabric.
we're indoctrinized at this point.
100%.
Hail Christmas.
So we've seen it so many times that I feel like even after seeing it, those who grew up in that era would be like, "Oh yeah, no, that wasn't around." I don't think that ever really happened.
One thing that I do find strange with how iconic it is, what did you call it growing up?
What do you mean?
That movie, what did you call it?
It was just the Christmas movie.
What did you call it?
I remember it as I searched for My Christmas Story, but that may be because the sequel is My Summer Story, and this is A Christmas Story.
This is what I'm saying. Like everyone, what I've noticed growing up, everyone has like a different. Like some people just call it Ralphie.
Is this the fucking Mandela
Really?
Yeah.
effect?
What?
Is this the Mandela effect?
Ish.
Are we from separate timelines and
No,
universes?
no. It is a.
Are
Christmas
they confusing
story,
it
but-
with Rudy?
No, that's Rudolph.
No, Sean.
Although
Ashton.
there is a connection, we can watch Rudy. They carried him on their shoulders too.
Rudy.
I've seen him, but I haven't seen
Ralphie.
Like most of the people growing up, I would get confused when I was talking to. Cause some people would be like, "Oh, Ralphie's on." It's like, and then other people would be like, "Christmas Story's on." Well, he's the main, it's just the main character.
I just never heard anybody say that.
I do vaguely remember my siblings referring to it as Ralphie.
Right? It's always like a cousin or something.
Yeah.
I'm probably the one that eats paint chips.
Probably. It's a lot, that's a lot in my
Chips,
family.
Lead poisoning is a real thing.
Hashtag no vaccines.
Okay, no, I have another discussion point. What was you? Well, that's not really it. That's basically what we went through. What do you think this film would hold a candle to today's standards?
I would say it's vastly superior. You mean like by today's standards? If it came out today, or do you mean like compared to a today's Christmas movie?
Either or.
I mean, nostalgia
yeah.
plays a huge portion of this. I gotta say
Yeah.
this one's better. Anything now is gonna be schlock and cheese and shoved down your throat.
I don't know.
and
I think
Jingle
this-
all the way too.
This one is kind of schlocky, honestly. I think if
Oh,
this
yeah.
one came out now,
schmaltzy.
it would not be
Near as popular.
correct. So
Later
it's
down
better
the line.
for being back then. But in comparison to what's coming out now, that is better than what comes out now. Because, fuck.
Back in my day.
I can't think of the
was
last,
better.
like, Christmas movie that came out that was not just
Animated.
obnoxiously, like, family and, probably the Polar Express, probably the last good Christmas movie to come out.
I heard that was a terrible
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Even that was terrible.
The last movie I saw during
Toy
Christmas was Star Wars.
I don't think that's a Christmas movie.
It came out during Christmas. It counts. It's my Christmas movie.
I like Lord of the Rings.
Oh. I also saw that during Christmas. Oh.
But no, my go-to
why are
movie
we
for Christmas
fucking-
was Home Alone. Like, I don't know. Back for so. But anyway, that was a previous topic. No, for today's standards, my thoughts on that was that it wouldn't at all. Just with kind of how the just
How
the
audiences
parents
have
were-
changed.
Yeah, just how much people analyze and
You also have to think about who that movie was for and timeline wise, because it takes place in the 40s. So in the 80s when it came out, the parents would be in their 40s with their kids, and it's kind of like, I think it's more aimed towards them than the kids. Versus now, no one would have any of that. Like, oh, I remember those cars and those toys, because it would be like aimed towards the grandparents at this point.
Yeah.
You also can't make a kids movie like that anymore. Like this, like the Goonies. The new It movie tried.
It was awful.
Yeah.
I've heard that it did the kids better because they cuss. They act more like kids do. Like, yeah, kids fucking cuss all the time. Right? But you can't do
Not
that.
my good Christian neighborhood.
Not my good Christian neighborhood.
No
Not
flipping
my
way.
backyard. Nambla.
No flipping way.
No fudging way.
Also, they've started, like, unless it's an animated movie, if it's a kids movie, they just stopped giving a fuck about anyone other than the kids and making it like super silly and like gross out humor, and oh my god, I can't.
Lowest common
Listen to you being a
denominator.
grumpy old man.
Well, they go too far sometimes, like in the
Right.
Emoji Movie.
Right.
Or,
Prime example.
But
what's
then
the
it's
other
about
one?
the money at that point.
If they actually make it.
Well, that's
They're
another
actually
issue
making
of
it.
why the kids movies nowadays aren't super great. Like it's all about a marketing campaign and like selling things and the Emoji Movie, and you got to have a line that comes out with it. Versus like Home Alone, it's not like he's got the one big toy or look at all these things we can sell. Yeah, it's like he's got a random assortment of things, but it's more so an actual story, not just how many things can we put on the screen
Not
to
a
make
market.
people buy. Yeah. Or how many references can we make?
See, the Emoji Movie to me was the Hello Fellow Kids film. Like,
Fucking Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
Hi there, fellow kids. Want to buy some narcotics?
that was that movie to me. I was just like, why are you doing this? No, stop. And that's how I feel about the whole Wreck-It Ralph Wrecks the Internet kind of feel to it.
Yeah, but I hear the first Wreck-It Ralph is actually good.
That I also
I liked
seen and
it.
can agree with, but I haven't seen the second one, so.
It
but I just
made
said
my
that
heart grow 3 sizes.
And then what happened?
Then I had an erection.
Oh.
Not where I saw that one going.
It kind of makes sense though. You know, the heart pumps the blood.
All that extra blood had to go somewhere, so it's just
It was either that or your heart was gonna explode.
furious masturbation.
Okay. Yeah.
Speaking of Porky's,
And Christmas and children's movies.
yeah.
And masturbation. Scott Schwartz, who
yeah.
played this flick, we mentioned that the guy who stuck his tongue to the flagpole, spent several years working in the adult film industry. In 2000, he turned his attention back to mainstream films.
What's that?
What?
The adult film industry. What is that?
Pornos.
Oh.
Pornographic materials.
Is that like when they show ankles?
I
Scandalous.
think you're looking for the word assholes,
Right.
not ankles. Ankles, you never. Okay, that's good.
Move fast.
Was
Just go
this
past.
It's a
Just go
military
past. Just go
thing.
past.
Anyway,
like
yes,
a German thing that we don't
his
understand?
most recent role was in Disco City Hot Dog Vendor, and then in a 2017 movie called Vape Wars, which I
Does it say,
can't
like-
imagine was
How
anything
have we
good.
not seen that movie,
Did you
Tom?
say that was like an MTV movie or something?
It maybe had been MTV because TV was capitalized, but either way on there it just said 2017 TV movie.
I'm
Vape
surprised
Wars.
that
Check out what is
that Peter Billingsley,
Billingsley. There you go.
Ralphie. I'm surprised he didn't do porn.
Why?
He was a child actor.
What other child actors did porn?
Look up every Disney child actress that does porn now.
Professionally or
No.
leaked? Because there's a difference.
I will not. I will do no such thing.
There's a
Tom.
lot. There's a lot.
That's
It's
just
either
that's
porn,
just where our video's gonna go. Beep.
it's either porn, drugs, or dead.
I don't
Call it
buy that,
open,
but I
all three.
also don't want to look at it.
Ron Jeremy was in Vape Wars. That's a quality.
My point is that child actors normally don't do well.
True.
Like,
This is true.
aside from in PH,
But at the
name
same
one that was
time,
successful.
is he a child actor if he's only in the one movie?
He was in more movies.
Was he?
Yeah.
I never saw him. I wish I hadn't seen this.
Maybe that's why he got saved.
Possibly.
Because like Macaulay Culkin was in the Home Alone stuff.
And then he was in The Good Son.
Good Son,
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood was in that too.
I'm reading the plot to this Vape Wars, and it's so bad. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
We're already way off track. With
Let's keep going.
Story.
And
Where am I
unless we
going to
talk
post
about this
this? I can't put this in the fucking A Christmas Story subreddit. Like
They
3
don't-
minutes in, they're gonna click off.
They also shouldn't put that on there because they're not gonna like what I have to say.
It's
a discussion.
So Vape Wars. After the vape juice factories were shut down in a post-apocalyptic ghost town known as Disco City, a do-it-yourself manufacturer named Athena is hired to create a custom secret elixir and deliver it to a dangerous cloud chaser known as the Vape Cloud Queen. But things are not typical in this desert vortex, and staying alive soon becomes first priority.
On a scale of
It got 3
1
out
to
of 5
10.
stars.
how hard did that make you?
Not at all.
It's like hitting
It's
all the things
cringy
you
as
love.
fuck.
Post-apocalyptic, survival, vaping.
Do you need your vape now, Tom?
Did it make you Jones
Do you wanna
just
go
reading
grab
it
that?
a little bit?
Good.
You need to take a drag.
I have control.
I can quit whenever I want.
No, but for real. We
Is
good.
it-
We good.
Is there any way to get back to?
Back on topic with A Christmas Story, 1983, PG episode 37.
It might
yeah.
shock you guys to know this, but I literally only have 2 notes left. One, I don't know what the fuck a triple dog is. Like, I don't.
Triple dog dare you?
Well, I understand that it's a dare, but like, where does the dog part come in?
You know, I was
Triple
gonna
dog
look that
dare you.
up, and I forgot.
Like, I've never ever
just-
for the life of me understood that.
It's just so ingrained in our culture, and we just
Right.
take it for granted.
double dog, triple dog. You get triple stamp, but double stamp, Lloyd.
You get triple.
The only thing constructive I have to add to the discussion is that everyone in this movie, minus the parents, are insufferable.
Really?
Yep. All the kids have awful shrill voices. The teacher lady is a fucking mess. The Santa is an asshole, and his elves are unnaturally wiggly. But the mom holds it down, and I just like the dad 'cause he reminds me of Daniel Plainview, the way he walks.
I wonder if that's because it's the unreliable narrator, and he feels more connected with his mother after she didn't rat him out to his father,
But
who would have beat the shit out of
his
him.
father got him the gun, though.
Because that's true.
Yeah.
His dad's also fairly normal.
Yeah, both of them seem to be, other than
He holds his
really
shit
like
really
the
well.
lamp too well.
Yeah, a little bit too much.
Yeah, that was a bit strange. But other
Again,
than that, like,
unreliable narrator.
What is this whole unreliable narrator? And I've never heard this sing.
It's
before. I mean, I think I can understand, but
it's like we're hearing this from adult Ralphie's point of view, not from kid Ralphie's view.
yeah.
So he's
things can be
remembering
skewed.
Santa being incredibly creepy. That's why it goes really fish-eyed and ho ho ho. Everyone's all weird and wacky.
Makes
Why the
sense.
nurse is not the nurse? Why the teacher is a witch? Why it's a whole plot. His mom didn't want him to have it, so she got in with the teacher because she knew that he was gonna ask there. So she's like, "You'll shoot your eye out." That's why Santa was the same way. She got to him too. Put your goddamn hand down. Not okay. I got nothing else.
Why is she a jester? I still don't understand.
Jesus, you can't get unhooked on that.
It's
have no
just
fucking
it makes
idea.
zero. Like, I almost feel like there's a deleted scene or something in there, but
Oh, there were other dream sequences or daydream
where he fights
fantasies.
Flash Gordon.
wasn't
Probably. Yeah, he was supposed to be in it.
He was gonna fight alongside Flash Gordon with his fucking.
And that's how that
God.
kid gets in Freddy versus Jason. Oh, it makes so much sense.
Yeah, that kid was in Freddy vs. Jason.
The bully.
By the way, if you would like to know a double dog, where does it come from? A double dog dare is a term that's used back in the mid to late 1800s through an experience in a renaissance in the Though it experienced
There
a
you go.
renaissance in the 1980s, we will examine. No, we won't examine the. I'm sorry, I guess not.
Keep reading. We'll keep talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
A
kind of
double
wish
dog
we
dare
would
is
have
a challenge
counted
of epic
how many
proportions.
times. Read to yourself. I kind of wish we would have counted how many times a child is traumatized
Yeah.
in this movie.
I think it averages about once every 3 scenes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ralphie snapping was probably traumatizing. The Santa Claus was traumatizing. The oh fudge moment probably traumatized. The soap definitely traumatized. Him touching the lamp was traumatizing in a different way, probably. It was an awakening.
That's gonna
for
make
him.
a weird fetish.
Yeah. Or the little piggy, little
Yeah,
piggy.
the little piggy. Okay, do you guys want to hear a story?
Go on.
Depends.
Complete side tangent. I have someone who's a family member, technically, by law.
Okay.
I don't know if I should share this story or not.
I feel like if you're questioning it, you probably shouldn't. But at this
Okay,
point, you've
I'll
already
tell-
started.
You've committed.
Yeah.
It's a story of a friend. There you
It
go.
goes on the line of traumatizing your child.
Oh boy.
She has, a little son tyke, and when little boys discover their dicks, they like to fucking play with them. So her way to get him to stop was like, "You can't do that. That's mommy's penis. That's mommy's pee-pee." She like tugged on him like, "No, no." He's like, "It's fine. He's something that's gonna cause some serious shit down the road."
How old is the child when this is happening?
Oh, he was like, I don't know, 4, maybe 5.
Well,
Really
that's-
young.
I was gonna say that's better, but I don't know if that's better or not.
It's gonna
I
be
wa-
real.
I was thinking
deep. That's gonna be real.
I was
Deep.
thinking you were talking about like when they find out when they're like 13.
No,
and
no,
then
no.
she's like, "That's mommy's."
I mean, if it keeps going that farther, move to Alabama. But
Turn it up.
Skinner.
God.
Yeah. So back to the double dog.
Yeah, I kind of stopped because
Double
it
dog
went
sounds
on a
kinda
weird
filthy
tangent.
now.
Just a
It was
great
It
challenge.
just happened, yes. So it's just a challenge of epic proportions. To triple dog it is basically step up. You could probably even just like 20 dog it. Like, yo.
You can even
couldn't
raw
stop.
dog it if you try hard enough.
Back to sex. I really like that the kids have their own etiquette.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
There's
I
this
talked about
own like
skipping the etiquette.
society.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he made a faux pas by skipping the triple, going right to triple dog. The bell rang. We have to obey the bell.
Say uncle.
Which, I mean, that makes sense with when you were telling how teachers kept the kids more in check back then.
That's true. Yeah.
It's like,
They respect them.
Nowadays, teachers. Whew.
You could beat the kids back then.
That's true. That fucking ruler
could
across the
just-
hands. Fuck.
No, back to the point of all the things that like shouldn't technically be there if it's in the 40s. Like, oh, this was made in 43. This was 46. This should have been paper,
Right.
Or this car wouldn't have been there. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly, I feel like.
Also, it kind of ties into his like, hey, my memory's not.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
if you really want to justify it.
Like if you think about it, I'm sure we think things were around in the 90s when it wasn't until like 2002, because there's that like blur period where that's still like the 90s in your mind.
Like the early 2000s, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. It just all blurs together at this point. Anything that didn't happen last year happened in the 90s.
Damn millennials.
Yeah. Like, that's us.
Yeah.
Damn us. Damn us straight to hell.
Are we millennials?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Millennials start in like the 80s, like 85 is the start of Gen. See, growing up always thought we were Gen X because of D-Generation X. And it's like I'm alive during this period, so I must be Gen X. But that,
Suck it.
yeah.
We're only like 45.
Ow. At the time, they were in their one of them was in their
When
20s.
they brought them back in early 2000,
That was kind of sad.
that was really sad.
See,
to see
that's
two
very-
middle-aged men.
That's kind of
doing
akin to watching this movie now, years after the fact. No longer a child and just being like, this is sad.
You can say that for any nostalgic movie, though. I tried watching Gremlins a while back. It does not hold up.
I don't even want to watch Neverending Story.
I almost feel like
Sebastian.
is there.
Is there any nostalgia movie that holds up?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is
Home Alone?
It almost seems like nostalgia is a term that is thrown for something that's bad, but you like it because of
You're
being a
justifying
child.
it.
Yeah. Versus, I think like Lord of the Rings are nostalgic for me, but they're still good. But I would never say it's a nostalgia movie. I would say it's a fucking good movie.
Give it another like 20 years, it'll probably be nostalgic.
If something
That's
better
what we
comes
got.
out, if for some reason.
Well, it'll continue. Culture will continue to adapt and change.
Right.
And then they'll say like, I can't believe they actually watched this schlock,
right.
or whatever the word for schlock will be.
Yeah.
Can't believe anyone liked
This movie
Die
was,
Hard.
was so not lit.
was so not flabbergasted.
It was extinguished, I think.
By the way, anyone born between 1981 and 1996 will be considered millennial.
There it
anyone
is.
who is between the ages of 22 and 37.
That's us.
Yeah.
How long till we get to blame the next generation for all of our problems?
20 years.
Is it only 20 years?
Yep. Because blaming the millennial is within the last 5 to 6, I want to say. And so that would be another 20 years. We can start being, God,
It'd be Generation Z.
thank you, damn Gen Zers.
Right.
Those Z heads.
But you got it. Yes, that fits.
Zed heads.
Zed-heads.
We would call them that, wouldn't we?
So anybody that is currently between the ages of no, that's
Of not us and younger.
how old are Generation Z?
Is there one after Z yet?
Director Bob Clark is in the movie as the neighbor
Who
comes
admires
up-
the leg.
yeah, he won that award. Damn, Hal, that's pretty swell. He's listed as Southern Swede.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
There's a lot that doesn't make sense in this movie, if I'm being honest.
But
Such as
I think we've discussed a lot of it already.
it can kind of all be chopped up to
Yeah.
unreliable narrator.
yeah,
Because if it is his misremembering it or exaggerating it for effect, then basically anything can be, wiped away.
I mean,
Why did his mom bundle his little brother up in multiple fucking layers, which I mentioned was kind of a nightmare of mine.
Yeah.
Like unable to put your arms down or even move. Claustrophobia. But then he's back there with like just a coat and gloves, and he's fine.
Do you think kids are traumatized by movies anymore?
Uh,
Like, I'm trying to think of kids'
No.
movies, and they're all like bright and colorful, and like I can't think of anything that would be like traumatized. Like, I was fucked up by so many movies when I was a kid.
which ones? Tell me.
Oh my god,
Start
where
with
do I
your
start?
earliest memory.
The
Tell me
Penguin.
about your father.
The Penguin and Batman 100% fucked me up. He bites that
Yeah.
guy's nose off, and then he dies
Yeah.
in the water, and the penguins carry him out.
It's a kid's movie.
did you guys ever watch the movie Kroll? I watched that growing up.
Is that like a killer troll, or?
No, there's a Cyclops in it. He has a little tiny star thing that had blades, and when you throw it, it would like damage and then come back. Yeah, it was made in 1983, 2 hours long. Terrifying movie. They rode on horses where their feet would flame up. I'm pretty
Pee-wee
sure there's a
Herman
famous
starred
actor
it
in
too.
there, and I'm trying to find out who it is. Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. Before he's probably famous.
Mhm.
Large Marge.
Before
and-
Schindler's
and,
List. Oh, Large Marge.
Terrifying.
I can
Terrifying.
show you the,
Fucking
the
Pee-wee-
cover, but
Pee-wee's
you
And
probably
her
Just
face
can't.
looked kind of like, wow. I was, ah. You know what? You know what really used to freak me out? Now that we're talking about earliest memories, Wizard of Oz,
Ooh,
the witch.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't like.
even the stuff that happened to the kids was kind of fucking creepy. Getting thrown into a big old like pool of chocolate, and then I'm thinking of Willy Wonka.
There you go.
Willy
There's
Wonka.
my
There you
fucked up
go.
movie. Then. That's where that's at.
I was like,
Hold on, yeah, no, Wizard of Oz.
as soon as you
yeah,
said kids, I was like,
Like,
kids. What?
I
I
know.
mean, Dorothy, I guess she's supposed to be a teenager, I
Yeah,
think,
no.
but there's only the one.
I've seen.
Willy Wonka's
Promise.
boat ride, though. The boat ride, yeah.
No
Scary.
place in turning. Hell is burning.
So, what was your traumatizing childhood movie?
I'm sure there's others that I can uncover. The one I can always think of is Dick Tracy and just the way the villains looked.
I don't think I ever saw Dick Tracy.
Fucking Flathead,
Ugh.
who had this weird misshapen head. Al Pacino's in it.
Alpha? You love a pussy?
Yeah. But he has this weird like rat face.
It all, you know, the couple things that we've mentioned are all just slight tweaks of what we think is normal as a child. And I'm wondering if that is what is scary, because we think we know what it is, and then it's like slightly off. Like, why
It's
is
that
this
uncanny
person's
valley.
face like square?
Yeah.
Why is he like singing creepy? Why are the kids going up chocolate? It should be fun. Why are they dying?
Why are they dying?
Fucking one more for the road. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Ooh, yeah.
When he's like melting.
He does that Indiana Jones effect.
That's another one for my list. I should not have watched that movie when I did, because oh my god.
The
watched
shower
Alien as a
scene in
kid.
that
That
kind
was
of messed me up. The shower scene.
What movie?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I don't think I remember a shower scene.
They It might have been like in a director's cut or something. I do remember like they take him, they put like this animated pig mask on him.
Oh yeah.
And he has to jump in a shower and he gets like cartoon be gone, and then it's coming
wow.
off him, and then it just looks at the drain as like the stuff falls down. The eyes are still blinking as it goes down the drain.
I see exactly what you're talking about right now. That is terrifying.
Yeah, I
I
don't-
don't go over at that, but
I don't think
Yeah.
that just sounds awful.
That's even worse than I remember.
Oh
flip
my
it for
god.
ya.
Ugh.
Yeah.
The spaghetti has come to life.
That's terrifying.
There was a vagina in that movie.
There were probably lots of those. There was a lot of.
There was a couple of vaginas
You
in this
could
movie.
you could get away with some dirty stuff in movies back in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. Little Mermaid's cover.
I had that on VHS.
I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a penis.
Finesse.
And then also the
Up in Nessa.
boner on the
Oh, the
preacher guy.
Yeah, the priest.
I didn't believe that ever, and then I went and saw that just to find that scene. I was like, oh my god.
Did
Little
you?
teen, take off your clothes.
You didn't go to PCM, right?
No.
But
Physical facts.
did you go through?
Way to give away our location.
Yeah. Did you go through
Just censor that out.
Miss Chet's like subliminal? Oh, why was that a class?
Don't know.
We had a class on subliminal messaging in 8th grade.
In 8th grade.
8th grade.
Yeah.
So she was like, and if you look here, the stars say sex, and he's got a boner. This is a penis. Coca-Cola. He's snorting Coke.
Miss Perrineau did that too.
Miss Perrineau was weird.
Was she just a whack job?
To be fair.
Kinda, yeah.
Like-
I didn't much care for her. She gave me detentions because I was not in sports and not a female.
She thought she was clever.
Oh,
'cause
so
she could
just
get
like
by
my-
having a daughter
my
when
school,
they were
yeah.
Isadora, so her name can be
Oh,
Isadora
oh,
Shut.
Oh, she one time about caught these hands, right? I'm sitting there, 8th grade. What's that, like 13 maybe? Remember back in the day, kids, they used to wheel in a TV and it had straps on it.
on it, yeah.
And a VHS/DVD combo player.
You had to
underneath.
rent that TV out.
Yeah, from the AV closet.
Right.
The mystical place that no one ever saw. And she was like, all right, time for whatever class about subliminal messaging. And it's Lion King. And she's looking for the sex part in the clouds because he's like looking up and Mufasa's there and then it's whatever. And she's fast forwarding and rewinding and going back. And I turn over to my pal Drake and I'm like, I can't hear anything. And she turns and goes, maybe it's because I have it muted and that's why I have a college degree and you don't.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I will have you know on my wall there is a college degree, Mrs. Shut.
It's true.
And I know how a mute works now.
just
That was
send her this.
that could
this
be
link.
that could be that
We were talking about a
unreliable
Christmas
narrator.
story.
Wow.
Could be my own unreliable narrator, but it pretty much happened verbatim that way. And I just remember being so jarring. I was like, what?
Your life goal was to commit revenge against her.
And I got one in
Succeeded.
film.
Yeah.
Thanks, Miss Shut. You inspired me.
Bitch.
Nice. Well, shall we move on to the end then?
Yeah.
Please.
I'm
I'm getting a
full out
little
of
warm
notes.
over here.
I didn't think a
Alright.
movie that we'd seen a million times would have nothing to talk about.
It's true.
It's
that
it's
empty.
kind of just a really bland movie.
So what's your
Little bit.
favorite scene then?
Credits.
Oh, wow. You weren't there. Okay.
What about yours?
You go ahead.
No, I want to say mine.
No, go right ahead.
No, I'm gonna say mine.
Yours is
You
a
already
great
know
one.
it. Because I already told you guys. I love it that fucking much.
So entirely my favorite scene is basically when he's
Yeah, there's no montage in this movie. What's he gonna pick?
Well, you could call Running Away the montage.
It wasn't a montage. They just kept coming back. Holy fuck! You see them running from the bullies like 7 times. Like I get it.
It's like 4 times. I'd have to say my favorite part is when he says fudge. Because I
Classic.
would have liked to see it at the moment and him actually saying fuck. Granted, I know they couldn't, but
Would have been interesting.
he just
They-
escalation.
They got away with damn, hell,
Bitch.
shit. Was there a bitch?
I
in
think he
there?
said son of a bitch.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
To the dogs.
No,
When
he
he's
says
doing
it.
the decoder.
Decoder ring.
Oh.
Maybe he doesn't say shit.
No.
Maybe just son of a bitch.
I think so.
But you couldn't get a fuck in there?
Apparently
Granted, the oh fudge works way better as a classier
not. A nod.
way to do it.
I don't think R rating existed yet either.
I was trying to look up what would this movie have gotten what would this movie get in today's
13.
Yeah, PG-13.
Yep. Just for the curse
For the
words.
swearing, yeah.
Yep.
Before my favorite scene, I do really like how sometimes the footage is sped up.
Oh.
Like when the robbers come over the wall and they're all like weird and slinking and they're moving
He's shooting at
fast.
him.
He's trying to kill African American Bart. Little Aryan child.
Blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid shooting a black man
Well, I mean,
who's automatically a robber. I mean, come on.
to be fair, I don't think Bart was black, but there was a black guy in that game. Just the one. Also, just the one black family singing by themselves at the beginning. Segregation was an awful time.
Fun fact, actually, the movie takes place in 1940. Segregation in Indiana wasn't made until 1946. There wouldn't be black children in its class. Hail Hitler.
I don't think there was a black kid in this
There
class.
was.
Yeah, there were.
Oh,
They were in the back though. It's okay.
I didn't see him. I don't see color.
My favorite
Set up,
scene.
shot.
Let me tell you a story. A couple Christmases ago, I was sitting there at my mom's house, and of course, my Christmas story was playing in repeat in the background.
Like
Mom was trying to tell me something important. I told her, "Mom, shut the fuck up. My favorite scene is on. Move." Verbatim.
Wow.
And Ralphie beats the fucking shit out of that redheaded stepchild. It is so cathartic.
I think that scene just got better just because now I'll picture you. Mom, shut the fuck up. Move.
Very cathartic, very releasing of that anger and tension of being picked on and bullied and not, being a child, not knowing how to express yourself in words. You just want to rage against the machine.
I can see it.
Can we talk about, speaking of catharsis and climax, how this movie's kind of anticlimactic? Like, he gets his gift and he goes to, and what they said happens, and then he has to pretend, and you never see him play with it again. They just go out for
Well,
dinner
he
and it's
has
over.
it.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
He's still like, oh, I fucking love this gun.
it's just,
This is my rifle. There are many
Anticlimactic.
like it. This one is mine.
it seemed like he was trying to teach a lesson, and it's just,
Nowadays, there'd be that life lesson.
yeah.
Like, oh, it wasn't the journey. It wasn't the destination. It was the journey. Or family's the real gift of the Christmas.
Sometimes you don't always get what you want, and Santa
But you
would, like,
get
come
what you
down.
need.
Oh.
Or fucking the Santa Claus where he gets the whistle. And he's like, he is real.
Hey, can we talk about how, never mind. I was going to talk about how bad that movie is too, but I don't think we got the time for that.
The first one, I think, is good.
Watch it again.
No, I mean, I'm
He's
sure it
an
doesn't hold
asshole.
up. I'm sure it doesn't hold up.
He's
2
an
and
asshole.
3,
The kid's an asshole.
not good.
Oh my god.
MVP.
Weird.
You guys are gonna have to go first because I'm gonna
Dad.
struggle. Oh, mom.
Do you want to say why?
Yes, I like the dad just because that man has the ability to hold back all of the possible rage he could ever feel against his children and everything else that's going on around him, and still manages to put on a decent, happy face.
Oh, he's angry all the time.
No, I know, but towards
He's
the
the
end of there,
Incredible
he's
Hulk.
he's excited. He's just as giddy and excited about his kid getting a gun as his child is.
That's true.
I have more respect for that scene now. I didn't realize. Growing up, I always thought, oh, his parents got it for him. I realize now, no, it was just the dad.
Just that.
Dad was like right behind mom's back. No, I'm getting the boy a gun.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, you and me, we're connecting right now.
Exactly. He's having that.
And then he
father-son.
goes, reads his paper, and doesn't do anything.
I say that bothered me when I was watching it because they have they're building that moment, and I had the same thing where I remember his dad being like, I had one when I was 8, but he doesn't go out and help him shoot it or show him how to do it. He's talking, he's like, yeah, put it in, yeah. Like, wouldn't he in real life gone out there and squat it down, all right, now aim up the sights, don't shoot that metal thing because it'll bounce back maybe.
Yeah, if his fucking parents would have just gone out there with him, be like, hey, by the way, don't shoot at cold metal things. That will bounce back. They call it a ricochet.
This is why we are #blessed to have grown up when we did, because we were just after the point where the parents didn't give a fuck, but right before the point where the parents gave too much of a
Too
fuck.
much of a fuck. Helicopter parents.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're
Okay,
like-
go play outside, but wear this leash.
We're in the sweet spot, in the mid, the 20 years between those two.
The
where-
Goldilocks zone.
Yeah. We were able to do enough without getting ourselves killed.
In a modern day movie, the whole theme of this would be he doesn't get along with his dad. He doesn't like his dad. Or it's like a stepfather.
Oh,
And they don't get along.
Yep.
And all he wants is a goddamn Red Ryder BB gun with a compass in the stock and a thing that tells time. At the very end, he's like, I didn't get it. But that's okay. I'll do it next year. Stepdad's like, look behind the desk there, sport. And then they bond and go outside and shoot. Like
He shoots
that'd
his
be
dad.
shoots him
Stepdad.
shoots him in the eye. You're not my real dad.
Because every movie now has to have a bad ending.
Fucking twist.
Yeah. Sniper
M. Night
lives,
Shyamalan.
shoots down the helicopter, and John Cena dies.
movie
Spoilers. Why do you like the mom?
Oh, she's the only person in this movie that I think is an actual person. Like, the dad's a caricature. If we can talk about LVP real quick, it's Ralphie's younger brother, because everything he does is irritating. But
That one's mine.
The
What's
only-
that one's mine too.
the only issue I take up with the mom is she's clearly blind to who taught Ralphie those cuss words. Like, even on the phone, she's like, yeah, what? It was not my husband. It's like, we all hear him, lady.
Didn't
Like,
you know it's your
he
husband?
can say
She's just
as much as he
defending
wants, but yeah.
You know?
But outside of that, I mean, she covers for him when she has to. She easily could have been like oh no, you will not be having that. You will take that back. But she was like, hold on, okay, go shoot your gun. No, she's the real MVP.
Well, she probably feels that way for destroying his lamp and also feeling kind of bad.
She also breaks the lamp. Another reason she should be the MVP. That lamp is awful.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean,
It's great
she
in a
saw how
terrible
proud he
way.
was.
I would, when in my younger days, I would have thought it'd be really funny if we go get that lamp. I would never in a million years own that lamp right now.
I'm mad at myself because I was just given a lamp, a little like nightlight outlet thing, about that big of it, and I forgot to bring it.
Like, I think I hate the movie so much now that I can't do it. It's not so much that it's a fishnet leg. It's just that I'd be like, fuck that movie every time I turn it on.
It's just your hater.
I'd break
hater
that glass plastic leg.
Real quick, going back to my favorite scene. Fucking Ralphie beats the shit out of Scott Farkas. He's a goddamn hero. I try to beat the shit out of some kid that annoys me. I'm a problem child that gets suspended. Suspended. I get expelled. Fuck you.
Context is important.
Yes.
He's not
Who's
really.
picking on me?
He's not really the hero. He's the hero to his friends, and I'm sure your friends were like, "You're the hero."
No,
the
'cause-
school doesn't get involved in any way.
Yeah.
Mom and dad get involved.
This is what kind of pisses me off. I kind of wish I was back in that era where, you know, someone's bullying you, you knock them the fuck out. Like,
Their ass.
I kick their ass, Bobby. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Okay, Dad.
Now, Hank, that's not the way to do it. The government's listening in on your cheese. I was in Vietnam.
You got a sick boomhauer over there?
You do boo.
Nothing.
like
Not
that.
even. What about Bill
Hey,
Doge?
man, come on, man. You just gotta do something like this, man. You just gotta make a moment together, you know. Bang, bang, bang. I'm a Texas Ranger.
What about Private Bill Doge?
I can't do his. I know I can't do his.
Now,
I can only
Peggy,
do
I
Hank.
know we had that one night together, and I'm pretty sure Bobby's my son. I want his attention. Back. Hey, boo boo.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop before it just becomes King of the Hill
Yeah.
impersonations.
My MVP is Santa Claus.
I ain't
A
got
toy
time for that
truck, get him off my lap. Ho ho ho! What the fuck do you want?
I wish he would just like be like sneaking like scotch or something.
Oh, he was. Those jolly red cheeks aren't from the cold.
It's from alcoholism.
Sad.
I'm not working past 9.
I don't
Fuck
think
that guy.
alcoholism existed in the 40s. I think it was just standard. Yeah.
That was just being a man.
It'll put some hair on your chest.
How many hairy chests
You
do I
like
have to
biscuits
have?
and mustard. I call it a sling blade. You're gonna chop your head off. That's what I'm gonna do, Frank.
Oh dear.
That's all I picked up from that movie.
I'm just so lost.
Just
I'm
that.
so lost. Biscuits and mustard was all I got.
So
Freaking sling blade. No,
I don't think I saw Sling Blade. I saw Blade Runner.
I saw part of the new one.
Hey!
it's good. Give it a go.
It's a Christmas movie.
What?
No. I would say it's boring.
You weren't on the right amount of...
We can say everything else, but we can't say censored. What's next?
What the fuck moment?
There's a fucking Frankenstein mask in this movie. I
That's
never
a good
noticed
Good
it.
Good catch.
That was.
Like,
Yeah.
I've seen it 1,000 goddamn times. Why is that there?
Never once.
Why?
No.
Because Christmas, we can have Halloween on Christmas.
Yeah, this was before. This was before Nightmare. This
Easy.
was groundbreaking, okay?
That's true. That's true. I don't
You
know.
don't. This is not
Well,
chocolate
I mean,
and peanut butter, okay?
There's my favorite things. That song features a line in it says "Tell ghost stories."
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a Christmas song?
These are a few of my favorite things. Something. I think it just has
Isn't
a
that-
Christmassy melody,
isn't
but
that
I don't
Sound
think
of
it's
Music?
necessarily. I think you're right.
That's a Christmas movie, though.
No, that's a Nazi movie.
Same thing.
That's whatever. Aryans.
Also, Christmas movies. Rocky 4.
Okay.
The fight happens on Christmas Day.
Okay.
Con Air.
Nice.
He's trying to get home for Christmas, and he says Merry Christmas at the end. Ghostbusters 2
Mm-hmm.
in December ends on New Year's Eve day. And there's the whole three wise men and the black guy with the baby.
Nice.
Man, Winston got fucked in
Oh,
all of
sorry.
those.
Yeah, it
didn't he?
bugs me out.
I get the wrong song. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Really?
Yeah, there'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago.
Huh.
Huh.
That's a
Scrooge.
thing.
I mean, yeah, but
Okay.
Ghost of Christmas
Yeah.
Past, but
just the idea of scary ghost stories is strange. I mean, I guess there was ghost
maybe
stories.
that's a nod to that. I have no idea.
I
I'm
guess
stretching.
people used to get scared real easy, you know.
Ugh.
There's a
Oh
ghost.
yeah.
Spooky.
The sun's going down. I guess we're all gonna die now.
But
Hey, it's back.
Yay!
Did
what
we
about,
die?
What about you? What's your what the fuck moment?
the dogs. Like, why do they just keep rummaging through the house? At what fucking point do they just leave the door open and the dogs just barge in?
After,
Yeah.
that's
Large
after he
outlet.
shoots himself in the eye.
I mean, if you want to go back to unreliable narrator, like why did the dad close the door?
Well, the
He would
dogs are
notice
running
it
by
over.
his car first in the beginning, and then towards the end they come in through the house. But like,
They come in through the house past him,
They come in the kitchen.
but yet they're already in the kitchen.
No, they
But no,
they
if-
come
if-
in the kitchen first,
Right.
and then they go in the living room, and then come back.
That's what I was saying. It's weird. It's a weird shot.
Yeah, well, my what the fuck moment is how nothing makes sense in this fucking
It's
movie.
a bunch of short vignettes.
I had a couple of what the fucks. The first was I didn't realize it was vignettes. The second is what the fuck. Why have I seen this so many times? And then the third one is what the fuck. I didn't realize how you can't have the last scene in this movie anymore.
Oh, God.
Can't do that. Nope.
Let's not get pegged for that. I was going to tell a story about how the Raws make sense, but then I realized
They're not Egyptian.
no. I knew a girl in college. We were in some place together. She's half Japanese, like her dad's Japanese, her mom's American, whatever. So she knows both, right? And for some reason, my buddy was doing this really stupid bit we made up about, I don't know if I want to do it or not, but little Japanese JR and Jerry the King Rara. And I'm like, dude, don't,
Stop it,
don't.
please. Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, that's actually very accurate. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, well, because the L's come out as R's, so it'd be Ra instead of law. I'm like, okay, cool. So we're not racist, right? But then I realized she was Japanese. These are Chinese guys. Fuck me, I'm still racist.
The white man's burden, boy.
Yep,
man's
so hard. But yeah, that whole scene pretty much can't happen today. That'd be super awkward.
You know, I
Saying
remember
on
being
that-
a kid thinking it was so funny, but I watched it now and it's like, that's fucked up. And the teeth thing that they do, I'm like, that's kind of mean too.
I never understood that.
It just reminds me now of Breakfast at Tiffany's, where they've got.
Well, they weren't doing like Chinese.
Well, right, no, but that's
They
all
just
I can
have
think now when I see
buck
it.
teeth.
That's all I, can
I
think
thought
is
maybe
Mickey
the
Rooney
teacher
with
had
those.
buck teeth. They were like making fun of her.
No,
No, they just have buck teeth for
they're
some
just
reason.
making fun of people with bad teeth. That's all
Yeah.
they're doing. It's anti-Anglo-Saxon.
Fucking British. Go to a goddamn dentist already. No, but that whole Chinese dinner scene, because that'd be the only place open. Okay, that makes sense as I grow up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying, no one knew that was going to happen. No one knew the singing was coming. So those reactions are genuine. Like, oh my god, this is so hilarious. And that's why she's laughing through the entire thing.
Mama got
This
sauce.
is ridiculous.
I couldn't tell. I thought she was crying.
She was. She was crying and laughing. at
I
the
thought she
same
was
time.
like, oh, this is so terrible. Christmas is ruined. Oh my god, this is so hilarious.
Definitely laughing.
Do you have a favorite line? I mean, other than the classics, oh fudge, you'll shoot your eye out.
Nope.
I double dog.
Fragile.
Fragile.
But other than that, no.
My new favorite one. I didn't realize how wordy old Ralphie is. My nose is running now. I didn't realize how wordy that motherfucker is. Allow me to read to you my favorite new line. Christmas had come officially. We plunged into the cornucopia, quivering with desire and the ecstasy of unbridled avarice.
Oh boy.
I am wet just thinking about it.
There was a good one too about the turkey. He popped out some more alliteration about the
Yeah.
turkey. He was the heavenly sent, like hovered, like 4 different words that start with H. And I was like,
Okay.
So as I've gotten older and mom no longer does the whole fixings and turkey dinner, I realized, yeah, I fucking miss everything that comes with turkey. Like turkey gravy, the ground turkey when the turkeys were done, when you got grounded up, and the turkey sandwiches. It was just like a month of fucking turkey after that, and I miss it.
Don't get those in.
I didn't have any turkey this year, and I,
didn't
don't
get
miss
to
one
take
bit.
didn't get to take any leftovers home.
We had pasta for Christmas, and it was fucking awesome.
Is that your family thing to have pasta?
No, because normally we have either turkey or ham, but for whatever reason we had like red sauce meat, like pasta with like cheese on the top. Oh my god, it's so good. My family is not really Italian, but kind of Italian because they're all on the south side. So-
Southside Italians. Yeah.
So they grew up with a bunch of like Grazianos and all those.
Oh, I love Graziano.
Oh,
I put that in everything now,
good.
sriracha.
yeah.
No, my family does the turkey ham thing all the time. Basically, this year for Christmas, we had what we would have for Thanksgiving. It was the same meal twice at that point,
Yeah.
minus the pumpkin pie. Instead, it was like a strawberry rhubarb type thing. So.
I told you this. My family, at some point, like we'd have the family dinner, like Christmas Eve or with the other family. Christmas Day, we'd have super nachos.
I
don't
can get
know-
behind that.
I don't know where we started that, but for like 10 years now, we've been having super nachos on Christmas Day.
Well, funny you should ask, because I actually have spoke with your relatives, and this is the
they're here
moment.
now. Is this an intervention?
Oh,
When
we
you
really care about you.
when
Come in
you
the
were but
rooms.
1 year old on Christmas Day, a bunch of dogs came in and ate the turkey, and the only place open was Taco John's.
Do we have any final thoughts or anything else to add to the goddamn movie?
I don't. I'm done on that one.
You don't want a favorite
Right.
Christmas memory?
Fragile.
Oh yeah, that. So my favorite Christmas memory, essentially doing the German tradition, was I got to celebrate all my gift openings before all the kids used to, because like so they have I believe it is on the 23rd or maybe the beginning of the 20th. You set your shoes outside your door and then they get filled with either presents or like food and candy.
Depending
and
on
stuff.
whether you were impish or admirable.
Something in the borderlands of that. Some Germanic, basically, tradition. And then we always do all of our present opening on the 24th, not the 25th. So that's basically it. I always just felt a lot more like, I gotta do mine first.
So your favorite Christmas memory is completely against the spirit of Christmas. Nice. Lance, what do you got?
yeah, I was an only child, okay?
What do you mean was an only child?
I mean,
Are you
He's
still
no longer a
Are you
child.
still
I
AMS?
still am. I am the only child. The only children.
Epitome.
It was the epitome of my Christmas.
A little
The
hyperbole.
Apple.
epitome.
Turns out you got a little Zelda locked up in the. Oh, you haven't seen the Pet Cemetery. Never mind. Never mind. Nightmare fuel.
I got nothing. I
Yeah.
can't really remember.
He
anything
he
specifically.
asked earlier, and I like tried to rack my brain about
I-
any like interesting Christmas stories, and nothing came to mind.
My favorite moment right now.
The day after Christmas.
Still fucking counts. Shut up.
It's a Christmas movie.
Don't ruin this. You will smile. It is Christmas.
What about favorite Christmas gift?
Congo? My brother gave me the Congo movie. That was another one of the ones we watched repeatedly. And then one year he's like,
For
hey,
Christmas?
Congo.
Oh, okay.
Like, he
Not
just-
as a Christmas
yeah.
movie. Okay, I got you.
Just like
I
he
got
gave
you.
it to me one year.
I got
I
you.
never watched it, but
What was your best one?
Christmas gift. I don't know, but I did remember another Christmas story of mine that I tragically I clogged the toilet in my grandma's bathroom as a child, and then also the lock stuck on the door, and so I had a sweaty panic on the door trying to get my
There's
parents.
shit
Super embarrassed.
everywhere.
There was more water. The stuff went down to just too much toilet paper. You know, lifelong
as
issues.
kids do.
Ooh. I remember one. I remember one. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull what you did earlier, not say names for sensitivity reasons. But I remember like 2000 maybe, because I would have been like 9 or 10, something like that. But I was hanging out with somebody that you know and you may know potentially. I don't think so though.
Probably not.
But it's getting around Christmas time and it's like actually snowing. We're all hyped up and we're gonna go sledding and it's gonna be awesome. And the next day is Christmas and there's Smackdown's coming out, right? And we get all excited and then like I say, all right, see you tomorrow. We'll hang out and we'll play video games or whatever because it's Christmas. And then I call him and he's like, yeah, I can't hang out. And I was like, why? He's like, my dad died.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, that sucks. But his dad came back as a snowman. And Christmas was saved.
You
That's-
fucking is this Jack Frost?
Oh, you're right. That is Jack Frost. Dang it, that was in my memory. Dang it. Damn it.
This motherfucker.
Every fucking time.
Is that gonna be your thing? You just try to pass off a movie as your legitimate memories.
He's
What's-
that mysterious.
Movies nostalgic and classic. So yeah, what's next?
I don't know. It's not my choice
is it
now.
me or
Yeah, if
Either
you
you
want,
two.
it's either you or me.
okay? Because I got one. I'm
got a
trying
good
to
one?
get you fuckers to watch since Fifth Element.
Is it how high I've
actually.
seen that it's terrible?
You should have done Sky High.
Yeah.
And then halfway through, been like, this is
Well-
not about weed.
I took a
Yeah, just
recommendation
superheroes.
from a friend, so
I think with
honored it.
with January, with this whole sense of rebirth and renewal and spring and a new year coming up, let's follow that with a movie that may be my favorite movie ever, Immortal.
Do you hear crickets? I hear
Just
crickets.
add those in.
I don't-
I know.
I don't
You're
think I
never
know what
gonna
that
hear of
movie
this.
is. No.
It is a French art film.
Okay, that'd be why. Have you
Yeah.
heard of Lahane?
Ooh.
Good movie, but not
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, let's go. Is it good?
I like it.
Do I have to read les subtitles?
No, it's in English.
Oh, then fuck that.
They at least got that part right.
I was looking forward to knowing my
There
5
is-
phrases.
There is some amazing
from all.
CGI though.
Okay.
Boy, how old is it?
Yeah. No idea. I will tell you in a minute.
Fair enough. No.
I think we're good.
Oh,
Do
keep
we
us
have
in
any
suspense
extra?
for next time.
Yeah. Do we have any outros?
No, pretty much we just say bye.
Well, I was gonna. I posted on both our Facebook group and page. What are your guys' favorite movie quotes? 40 of you motherfuckers saw that, and not a single one of you commented.
Yeah,
That's how you
killing.
get. That's how you get. That's how you build a fan base.
Yes.
Just
No, for
listen
seriously.
here, you motherfuckers.
No, but on
Leave
the real
me on
though,
red.
I am going to. I do plan on putting some stuff out
I'm
there.
a
if
nice
you
guy for a
guys
second.
wanna-
You're a whore, bitch.
Fine, whatever.
No,
Well,
but
fuck
like, if you
anyway.
guys want to interact and stuff, if you happen to enjoy what you see, I'll post some stuff on there. We'll give you shout outs. We're shameless. We'll
advertise like a
promote.
shameless whore.
Yeah, and if you want tasteful nudes, hit us up.
Tasteful.
Tasteful. I'm
We're thinking
talking.
about-
I'm talking stockings, Christmas ones, not the other kind. Candy canes. Probably like, what are they called? Little cherubs.
The exact kind of candy cane you're thinking of.
Yes.
Like a small one, right?
little curve at the end.
Exactly. So our next movie is
It's a J for
Immortals.
Jesus.
Cool.
Immortal. Yes.
Immortal. We don't have props for that.
I have the DVD.
Sometimes that's all we do.
we can get a baguette.
We can. I'll tell you what the theme will be, and then we'll get a baguette.
Perfect.
Get a loaf of bread.
Un baguette. All right. Well,
Do
hey,
fromage.
I'm good. You're good. You're
I'm
good.
good.
Cool. Well, we've been Dudes Watch a Movie. Thanks for sticking around.
I'm sorry.
Goodbye.
Hail Satan.